Yeah, this is Bang Bang Radio. Just a little podcast. Yesterday, I don't know, people might have seen my podcast. I went to the Isle of Wight and I went to a very good friend of mine, Terry. Terry's a big scrap dealer. We've made really good friends because he was his dad. I knew his dad very well and I started doing a podcast about his dad. And Terry got hold of me. He's a really, really nice guy. And he took me all the way from my house to Southampton. Um, and then we got on his boat. He's got a really, really nice boat. I swear, mate. It's a fishing boat. It's a tuna fishing boat. It's absolutely stunning. You know what I mean? It's like big double bed in there. It's so beautiful. You know, I mean, upstairs, down. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah. And he took me across the water to the Isle of Wight, and on the way there, he got a bit flash, as he is. He drive me mad on that boat, mate. He put it up, mate. He's like going like a lunatic. The front of the boat's lifting right up, and he ain't very tall, Terry. He's about 5'8" in his high heels, anyway. So the front of the boat's going up, and he can't see over it. So I stood down the front, and I'm going, "What's that?" And he can see it. He can see it. You know, he knows the water's really, really well. And he said, "Get in, have a dive." You're mad, and you ain't getting in that sea. No way, I ain't getting in the sea. No way, I ain't diving. And his kids, and his grandchildren, and all that, they come down by jet skis, go all the way from Southampton, all the way to the Isle of Wight on jet skis. Unbelievable. You'll see them, they're crazy. They're mad. I mean, it's unbelievable what they can do, you know what I mean? And, like, I'm in a boat and I'm looking out and I ain't going, listen, on the boat is a door, yeah? At least to get out to the boat and get onto the boat, yeah? Well, when I got on the boat at last, I put the door catch on and we set off. And as we're going halfway across, I said, "Oh, the door's open, you know." He went, "Oh, you're joking." He said, "You've got to shut that." You know. So what was I looking at? I put it in the thing, mate. He shot me forward. I swear to God, my arse. I just stuck myself. He went, "You'll be all right. Dive in." I went, "I can dive in. I ain't diving in. Big engine, mate. I'll get smashed to pieces." "No, you dive out, mate." I said, "I ain't going in the sea, mate. No way. I ain't going in." And I said, especially like it is now, it's boiling hot. And you're more likely going to get them big sharks come up, big white sharks and big tiger sharks. You know, we get them on the coast. And I'm one of the unlucky ones that's going to get fucking hit by a tiger shark or a white shark. No, I ain't going in, mate. No way. Anyway, we got to the Isle of Wight and we're going down to where you can put more in your boat. And we couldn't get a mooring. We couldn't get a mooring at all. And so we had to go right down the very, very end. And we got a mooring. And we got in the wrong mooring. There's a taxi mooring. But we got in there and we ordered food. Terry's mates come over. Terry's pals. Really nice people, mate. Honestly. Really not. I ain't going to say the names just in case I don't want the names said on podcasts. But nice people. I know one from when I was around Acton, Ealing and all that. Gentleman, mate. Gentleman. He's got his boy. What a nice boy, mate. Proper nice kid. You know what I mean? Really, really nice kid. You know, and just speaking as you speak. We're in the pub, and the tide's out. You know, and you're looking out there, and all of a sudden they're all round Terry's boat. He's got to move the boat because it's a taxi, so he's got to put the other side of the river, which is 50 foot, 60 foot away. And then you got to get a cab back again. So it's 18 quid to moor the boat. And he said, "That's all right, mate, 18 quid to get you there and back." You know what I mean? You and your mate, that's me. So they're having a nice dinner and bits and pieces. And my mate's boy has got a drone. Mate, it's about like 3 inches big. And he's just droning over where we are so he can take photographs of Terry's boat, where he is. So he can take a boat, look into the boat. And it's really, really good. It's fascinating, you know. But all of a sudden, we're looking up and the birds start attacking the drone. I swear, the birds were attacking the drone, so they had to put the drone in. Anyway, so we decided, I said, "Look, they come to meet us and they come and take me to the prisons, you know what I mean? Because, it's like, it's something that I've always wanted. It's something that I've never seen from the outside. I've always seen from the inside. All the 3 prisons that I've been in, I haven't been in Camp Hill to do my bird. But I've been in Camp Hill to drop people off, yeah. So Camp Hill, I've never seen the outside as such because you're in a wagon. You don't really see it. In them days, it was in the coach. It was a wagon. You know, like 8 one side, 8 the other side. You don't see nothing. All you see is whatever. Right. And went up there and took pictures of it. It's on video. It's on my podcast. And crikey, man, it's old. The only thing that's modern is the fences. You know, like some of the fences, but it's an old prison. And I can't make out. I'm not being disrespectful here. I'm thinking. I'm talking I'm thinking. I'm talking properly. You get all these people come over from France, illegals and all that, and what have you. Refugees. They come over from there to our country, to our country, and they're refugees, and we've got to put them up somewhere. So what happens? The government put them up in 5-star hotels around London and all that, and they fucking wreck them. They ain't got a clue what they're doing. They're burning fires in the hotel. So why? Camp Hill is now out of the thing. It got shut down in 2013, I think it was sometime June, July 2013, something like that. So it's shut. It's not derelict. It's just shut down to be remodernised. So why can't they put all the illegals and all the refugees in that prison? Well, there's more sense. It's more sense to put them in there. So when they know that they come over here, mate, they've got to go into prison. They've got to go in there and they get allocated from there to whatever. That is where it should be, not put them in on our streets. Put them on our streets because, listen, it's only started, all this stabbing and bits and pieces, when they're coming over from places like Africa, yeah? And they come on. They're coming over from Africa. They come from Somalis and all that. They're coming out and all they learn as kids, you can't blame them. They're also a war over there. It's a war. And they talk to defend themselves. They think we're pussies. That's why the Albanians, Romanians, they come over here because they think we're pussies. You've got to remember, right? All them people that come over here, they've all done military training, and they're military people. They're military people. So when they come over, this country's a fucking laugh to them. They can do whatever they like, and no one can stop them. They just do it military style, mate. And when they come over from Africa, they're used to stabbing people, and they come over and start stabbing people because the government let them. The government ain't got no sense. Put them in Camp Hill prison. It holds about 30, I don't know, 900 people. Put them in there and then allocate them from there. Take all these fucking knives and things they've got and this, that and the other and allocate them. Look at them. Vet them there. They can send them back. Vet them there. Why we got to have them? It's not that why we got to have them. So of course we've got to have some of them. It's refugees. But do it the right way. Stop all this fucking stabbing. Put them in these in Camp Hill or prisons that are shut down. That's what they're there for. Anyway, forget about that. So see Camp Hill, and it's so old from the outside, mate. I've never seen Camp Hill from the outside, only when I go in the van and you don't see nothing. All you do is go in there. But it's so old. The gate's terrible, mate. The gate's fucking fallen to pieces, and it's like a really, really old. I mean, I imagine the stonework in there is worth a fortune. I mean, the stonework is worth a fortune. You come out of there, and you've got a big memorial thing in the middle, like a brick thing, and it's from the First World War, and that's fantastic to see that memorial. You know what I mean? That's really good. You know, with flowers around it and wreaths and all that. That's fantastic. But the prison's derelict. Not derelict. It can be lived in. Put them in that prison, illegal prison, and that. Yeah, come on, the refugees. Put them in there, mate. That's what it's all about. And put the prison officers back in there to run it. That's what it's all about. And they fucking soon decide not to come over here. They've got to go in them places first. Anyway, so went to Camp Hill, and all of a sudden we're standing outside, and I said to my mate, "That would be good. We'll get the drone out and drone it," but he can't do that. He said, "No, I can't do that." Well, which is right. He can't do that. I don't want to get himself into any trouble, and it's right. He can't do that, you know. And we're just visiting. We're just visiting and doing a podcast, and within about 5 minutes of us being there, yeah, who come around the corner? Yeah, prison officers in a fucking jeep, yeah, free-handed. I so what? No, I mean, so what? So what? I see him 100-handed in prison. It don't bother me, mate. But obviously, so, but out here is a bit different to what it is in there. They've got control. They ain't got control out in the street. Got control in there, but not out in the street. Anyway, just looked at them, laughed, and they shot off, yeah. And from there we went to Parkhurst. And no, sorry, from there we went to Parkhurst, yeah. And you got to remember, yeah, that I had a little bit, not a little bit, big bit of trouble in Albany, the prison officer, and then got shipped to Parkhurst, and that Hooper, the psychologist doctor, fucking put me on a 1074 with the deputy governor, and they shipped me around all the different prisons, and then he killed me. You know, and it brought back memories at Parkhurst. It was a bit of an upsetting memory. I can remember being on the far side in the hospital. The front of the Parkhurst is completely changed. It doesn't look like a prison at all. These prisons now, or one prison, they're all B cats now, I've been told. I don't know how true it is. But I thought Parkhurst was double A cat and B cat. Same as Albany was double A cat, B cat. But anyway, it's all changed now. It's all one B cat prisons, you know. It's all one. They're going to modernise Camp Hill, they say. But before they modernise it, put the illegals in there and all that, mate. You know what I mean? And refugees. Good idea. And someone's all. It wasn't me that thought that. Well, it was really when we were talking about outside. But a couple of people on my comments have said that, which is a good idea. You know, put them in them places, yeah. Instead of putting them in the 5-star, 4-star hotels, and you've got our soldiers that are on the streets. Is that right? I don't know. You told me on the comments, yeah. Anyway, went to Parkhurst. Coming down by all the screws parked their cars, and mate, listen, you could never see this. You could wait all day. And you get shipped. I mean, the old people will come and fucking fuck you off. You know, it wouldn't nick you because you're allowed to be there. You're allowed to take pictures. It's private. It's all our land. And what happens? A fucking van comes down, 6-handed. A van with 6 people in it. Well, it might not have 6, but it's berth 6, and there was 2 women officers in it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? 2 women officers in a man. It's crazy, you know. But that's how it is. And they're showing out to me, waving to me, but they didn't realise I wasn't a prison officer. They must have thought I was a prison officer or something, just coming out of leave, just coming home or whatever. All that. But when it got to the gate, I'm standing across the road watching it, and they soon turned the other way. You know what I mean? What are you looking at? All that going. So I'm only taking pictures, like laughing. Mate, I couldn't believe it. That they never come out to see me. They opened that fucking gate. They opened the gate to let the van in. Mate, it's madness. But they did. And I looked in there, you see it on my podcast, and it's the first time I've ever seen that. I've never seen that ever before. I've seen it in the Scrubs. I've seen it in Wandsworth. I will go and visit the Scrubs. I will go and visit Wandsworth, but my mate Fish has already done it. But I'd like to be able to get there a bit early and maybe talk to people's wives and all that, and their boyfriends and girlfriends and our mates, and to find out who they're going to visit and what's going on, how long the geezer's doing, his reminded and all that game, and to find out, you know, the only one is really a bit awkward is Belmarsh, because it's a double cut A and all this that now, and I should imagine you find it quite hard to do that, you know what I mean, but it's worth a try. And then after seeing all that in Parkhurst, which I couldn't believe, I mean, that was fantastic. Come on, that is fantastic. I haven't got many views on it, but if you look at it, it's good. It's like history, you know what I mean? To see that, to think that I was in. To see that, like it hurts you. Believe it or not, it hurt me inside to think that they done what they did to me and shipped me out of there and to all different fucking prisons, yeah. And you know, and they are what they are, you know what I mean? And when they're outside and they're getting in their cars to go home, they're completely different people. As soon as they get in there, pick their keys up, they become animals. And they just like get away with blue murders because there's no one else to stop them. They've got 6 or 7 walls. They can do what they like, when they like, and how they like. And who's going to stop them? It's a law on its own. Prison is a law on its own. Believe me, you've got visiting committees and all that, but they don't say it's all cobblers. It's all cobblers. It's all a joke, you know what I mean? Anyway, from there I went to Albany, which I've done a lot of bird in Albany. Must have done 8-9 years in Albany. You know, and it's like crazy. It's crazy going there. You know what I mean? It hasn't really changed much until when I went there. The first time it had changed. From the first time it has changed, but this time when I went there the second time it hasn't changed. It's very unusual to go to a prison twice where he caused a lot of problems. It's very rare leadership they don't like that. Yeah? I was surprised they didn't say it was at Parkhurst, but it didn't. So anyway, I'm there, and Albany's crazy prison, you know. Most prisons, the visit room is like through the gates on the right hand side. You can't. But in Albany, the visit room is facing the grass, the green, big green outside, and facing the road. It's mad, honestly. It's facing the car park. It's mad, and the road's right there. It's about 20 yards from the road, and they got all. Mind you, the windows are about 4 foot thick, I should imagine. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. You can look out and see all that. You know, people sitting there in the visits can look out onto the road. It's madness. You know, and there's people in there doing plenty of birds. You know, it's like I'm surprised no one's coming there with a big fucking lorry with a girdle on it and got his mates out. But that's beside the point. Shouldn't really be saying that, but that is what you know goes through your head. And when I see that place, Albany, fucking hell, mate, my guts really like rumble. You know what I mean? Because to think that they done what they did to me in there as well. And I went through a lot in there, but you know, and you're on the outside now. You're the other side. You're not inside. You're the other side. It's madness, mate. To think when you walk around like these prisons, like Parkhurst, and couldn't walk around Campbell, but Parkhurst and places like that, walk around and you see it. It's mad to think that there's maybe 900, 1,000, maybe 1,200 people in that prison. And they live there, It's mad. You live in your house, yeah. And you come out your house. You don't go down the road, get in your car, drive miles. It's all open. It's all free. You do, but in prison, you're in that little. You maybe in that little square, 50 fucking yards, and that's all you're seeing all the time, all the time. Unless when you go in the exercise yard, and you don't see much, mate. It's unbelievable that you're living in all that, living like that for 10 years, 15 years. It's madness. And it's madness. And they wonder why people go off their head. You know, it's like putting people in prison is part of the punishment. That's part of the punishment. But you're not meant to be punished whilst you're in there. The punishment is being put in prison, not being punished while you're in there. That is part and parcel. My phone's going again. I always forget to turn it off. I apologise, yeah? I must have heard it yesterday when I was doing Parkhurst and the phone kept going, and I had 2 phones on me like an idiot. But what made it worse, listen to this, what made it really, like, when you thought about it, you thought, oh my God, this is mad. You got my mate, right? His boy, he does it a living. He does it a living, taking pictures for people with a drone. Goes over to factories and selling these factories. People ask him to go out there with a drone and take pictures of this and pictures of that. He does it a living, gets good living at it. But imagine, you're there. You're not supposed to be there, but we are there. You're not supposed to be. You can't. I mean, you're allowed to be there. So anyway, whatever. And the old Bill put up. What are you doing there, mate? What you got in the bag? You got nothing. Do you want us to have a look? Well, yeah, no big problem. And they find a drone in there. Straight away, they're going to think you're sending droning drugs over the prisons. And you're fucking nicked. It's mad. I thought to myself, this is crazy, Ray. Ray, come on, mate. You've got to challenge all these fucking bits and pieces, these faults and everything. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have done it. My mate suggested it. My mate said, Ray, we're crazy being here because of the drone. I went, fucking hell, mate. Let's get out of here, you know what I mean? And how mad was that? 3 prisons. 3 prisons. Go see it for the first time. The gate opening up. The doors. And you're going, and it's going in. That's enough to call the police. You know what I mean? And then going to Albany. And I'm walking up the road. And forget about the drone. I'm walking up the road. Who do I bump into? A nurse. She just come out of Albany. She come out the side, one of the side entrances. I said, are you in Albany? She said, listen, what are you doing? I said, I'm taking pictures. Well, you can't take pictures. It's against the law, and you can't take them, and they'll take the phone away. I said, don't be taking my phone away from me. I'm going to show you that. Not only that, you're allowed. It's public way. You know what I mean? You're allowed. You know, they've changed the law. Of course you can do that. What are you doing? They get in phones in prison now. What's the difference? You know what I mean? They can take pictures of anything in prison. You know? And really, in a way, that was good. Anyway, the phone's going again. Anyway, went to from there. Went back to the boat. The boat. Then got a taxi across to the boat, to our boat, and then come across again. My mate playing his game. I'm saying, look at the fucking size of that boat was just coming out there, mate. A massive boat. That's a tiny boat. That's only 200,000 tons. What? 200,000 tons? Our one weighs about fucking half a ton. Do you know what I mean? Imagine that car. I said the waves from that, mate. You know, like your fucking arsehole's going. You know, my arsehole's going. I don't want to go in that water. Yeah, I can swim, but I don't want to go in it. It's as easy as that. I don't want to go in it. My arsehole's going. Anyway. We're going down through to where the boat is, the moorings and this, that and the other, and where the boat goes. And mate, I couldn't believe it. These kids, 10, 11, are diving off the side of the boats into the water. I'm going to myself, oh my God, it's mad. It's mad. They're diving in the water. These little kids, it's like it's seawater, diving in. And you think to myself, fucking hell, you seen Jaws? You seen Jaws? It's kind of, and these kids are in it. You think, oh my God, get out of the water. And they're just swimming around. Anyway, he said to me, my mate boy, he was walking around the outside of the boat, putting his boy, these things out again, these things when they come in and moor the boat, yeah? He's walking around the boat, he said, steer the boat, mate. Shit was something, you know what I mean? But he's only going slow, yeah? I can handle it, yeah? But believe it, ain't like a car when you pull the end, it goes over, it's a bit different. But I got in and I leaned on this thing and it makes the boat go faster. Fucking hell, he jumped in the boat. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. This is 1 knot. Yeah, doing about 10. You know what I mean? The waves are going all over the place. And this girl, this girl was on his feet. She was kneeling, and then the fucking boat's hipping us. It's crazy. And you're laughing, you know what I mean? And anyway, we're going to come down again. My mate Terry, he's he's the best mate. I've had some mates in my time, you know, but he's one of them. He's one of the best, mate. He's fucking such a nice guy. Do anything for you, and this, that and the other. Made me confident, made me feel really, really confident about being on the boat. And once it was all moored up and all this, that day, he was there with a cleaning the boat, getting all the salt off. And, you know, and he said, I said, do you want the wipers put on, mate? And I was trying the wipers for him. And he went, go turn the fucking wipers off. It'll go through the windscreen. Yeah, and it was nice, you know what I mean? And you got to remember, right, he's picked me up from my house. It took us about an hour and a half to get to Southampton. You know, but he's got a nice car, he's got a nice Range Rover and all that. It's nice and smooth, it's easy, like a fucking jet. But he's still driving it, yeah? I can nod off. Then he's got in the boat, he's taking that boat across the water, fucking about like a child, but he's still fucking about like a child, but he's still doing all that, you know what I mean? It's not easy. Concentration. Gets to the other side, goes, he don't drink, lemonade. Has something to eat, but he's got to go move the boat again because he's in a taxi rank. He's got to do it again. You know, and all this, and going and visit the prisons and all this, all the pressure. Don't forget, he's a proper businessman. When I say a businessman, it doesn't because he's doing scrap, mate. He's not a businessman. He's a proper businessman. You know, he don't have to wear a fucking suit to be a businessman. You know what I mean? He's more like got more money than any of those. You know what I mean? We've got these big businesses, big companies. The guy's proper, yeah? He hasn't got to talk like, oh, he hasn't got his head out. He talks like me. But he's a multi-millionaire. Good luck to him, mate. You know? Anyway, on the way home, phone call. Uncle, they're fucking bulldoze, they're bulldoze or fucking whatever they call them, bulldoze. the bitch has got out and she's in the next door's garden, right? This bitch had torn through the barbed wire, ripped it to pieces, fucking out in the wire with her teeth. These dogs are like lions. I swear, if you put a mane around these fucking dogs, you swear to God, they was a lion. I take them for walks. Listen, it took me over 2 weeks to get them used to me, to get them not to pull my arms off, to get them not to bite my legs off. But they love me to death. They all love me, mate. When I walk in there, they're all over me, yeah? They're all licking me. But the funniest thing is, right, listen to this, it's so funny. My mate Terry, like, the bitch, got a thing about jumping up. She's got fucking claws bigger than my finger. She got a thing of jumping up and licking you. She's lovely. She's but he said one day, she does it to him all the time. When I was there, she was doing it to him all the time before, yeah? And he said to me, poor old Terry, eh? He said to me, he looked in the garden and there's the bitch eating the poo. Eating the fucking poo. Because he feeds them fucking fish, mackerels and all that. And he, like the smell of it, I suppose, he says she's eating the poo or licking it. And he all the time, his dog be licking his face. And he's going fucking mad. He's going mad. And he's like, it's so funny, mate. It's so funny. And the dog comes out to me, I love it, man. The dog is the best dog in the world. But you got to be very careful. He's got these gates, yeah, that lead into the garden. Well, it's a park, really. It's a fucking park, yeah. Leads in there. A couple of times I've tried to go in there by myself. It ain't a good idea, mate. It don't matter how more these dogs know you, that ain't your ground. You ain't supposed to be there, mate. Right? And as you open the door, oh, for fuck that. Christ. You know, but you got to go out through the patio doors with him. You go out through the patio doors onto the park, his garden, right? You got half a chance. Now, I've got half a chance going for the gate, but only half a chance. You've got to be, they change, these things can change like the weather, mate. You know what I mean? You can't fucking fuck about with these dogs, mate. You know what I mean? If they get older, their jaws are so powerful. These fucking things fight lions, you know what I mean? Not one of them, but 4 or 5 of them, yeah? And they're like lions, they're as big as, they're massive, mate. They're massive, you know what I mean? I mean, you're talking about 15, 16 stone of dog. It's a big dog, mate, and a big mouth, and a grappy teeth and grappy claws. So you've got to be careful, you know. And, you know, I love these dogs. You know, I love them. I definitely got out, and everyone's going, you can imagine, he's just come, done all that, what he's done. He's going to give me a lift home. So I said, look, don't give me a lift home. And anyway, I said, I'll go to the house first. He's got to the house first, done what he's got to do. Had a cup of tea and a laugh and this, that and the other. It's getting late. He said, come on, take me home. Right, it got me not far from the station. I said, no, just drop me at the fucking station. I'll get a train, mate, and a bus. You can't do it. You've done too much. Worse you ever did. Worse you ever did. I got to the station, fucking missed the train. Come on, you know what it's like at certain times, the trains go every hour, every whatever. I thought, oh, here's me sitting on the platform for about 3/4 of an hour waiting for the train. It comes, get out, what happens? I want some coleslaw, and I want some wash down liquid, and I want some, also Sainsbury's just down the end of the road. It's open 24 hours, so I walk down the road. There's a bus stop round the corner, lovely. Look at the thing. Told me there's a bus in 15 minutes. I've got plenty of time. Go in Sainsbury's, do what I've got to do, come out. Go round the corner. What's round the corner? They're doing the roadworks. Right on the bus stop. So that means the fucking bus ain't going to stop there. So I've got now to turn around, go up the hill to where the bus stop is. What happens? The bus goes straight by the bus stop because there's no one there. So now I've got to wait about 25, 30 minutes for another bus. So in the death, I don't know about what could have been 20-minute journey in the car. Took me nearly 2 hours. But I don't mind. Listen, Terry's my mate. Terry's the best guy you could ever meet. Me and him get in the car. We have a conversation like it goes out of fashion. He ain't like a normal person. We have a good talk. And I'm going to do a good podcast one day. Just leave the fucking... Leave it in the motor. Don't tell him it's going, yeah? And then do the podcast. Because he's a diamond. And he remembers the old times, the old man. And he starts talking to me about things. And then I start talking about things. And it becomes a good podcast. And he's a gentleman. And I love him to death. He deserves what he's got. And he deserves to have me as a mate. You know what I mean? He's going to sort my book out. Maybe 2 books, maybe 3 books. And I know if there's anybody out there listening to my podcast, maybe is a ghostwriter, but a good ghostwriter or publisher, please contact me through, if you can, and we can have a chat about it, and we can come and see you, because it's got to happen, you know what I mean? It's got to happen. I mean, I can write a book easy, 3 books maybe, and I've done the other one I've done, Street Fighters. It's only got 15 pages in it, but everything in that 15 pages, you can write a book out of it. It's like I can write 3 or 4 books about my life, about being sexually abused is one book, you know what I mean, and what's happened through my life and fighting and Roy Shaw, Lenny McLean, all these sort of things, the company that I used to work with, and all this, making my mate Mickey, and and it's a big thing, mate. Me being molested as a child, it's a big thing. It's a big book, you know what I mean? There's so much to go on with it, other things as well that I've done in my life, So people that like me to write this book, let me know. A lot of people have already said to me that I should write a book, maybe 2 books, maybe 3 books, you know what I mean? And after that, you write books. Hopefully, what comes out of that is a film. But I'm a bit old to be doing films, you know what I mean? I don't think I could pass as 5, maybe. Maybe 55, not fucking 5. But come on, I want to try and get better my life. Not only that, I am going to do a live, maybe in a couple of a week. Fish, my mate Fish, he's going to come up my house one day, and we're going to do a live together, me and Fish, why not? We know each other, we talk to each other, and you people want to talk to both of us, and we do it live. Everybody needs help in their life. You know what I mean? I don't do no hooling. I'm not interested in it. Friends come around my house, got nice big cars, flash money, flash rings, watches, and all that. I've had all that, and and they try to talk to me about things. I ain't interested, mate. I'm not interested. Do you know what I mean? I'm not interested. It's as easy as that. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to do no more fucking 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Who wants to do that again? Do you know what I mean? Not saying I'm going to get caught. Not saying it's never going to happen. But, come on. Look at the consequences of everything before you do it now. Yeah? Anyway, this is Bang Bang Radio. Listen, please look at this and like it and subscribe, yeah? I hope you do want to subscribe to my channels. I try as hard as I can. I'm going to do another one with Sean Atwood. He's a nice guy, and he talks to me, says the right things. He's a nice man. Don't forget to always look at my mate Christian. He does what he does. And he tries. Yeah, KRN-TV. He's goes there. You got Marvin Herbert, who's trying every trick in the trade. He tries every trick in the trade, but he's getting there, Marvin. And he's all right. He will get there. We had a joke about it the other day, and it's so funny, we were talking between my mates, and he said, Marvin don't need no makeup, to do Star Wars. He's got it already. While I'm in the fucking hair, and we started laughing. He's lovely, Marvin, isn't it? But anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe his channel and my channel and everybody else's channel, because they all try for you, yeah? Take care. This is Bang Bang Mail. Look after yourself, and very soon, yeah? Take care.